Welcome to the Introduction to Crisis Management. I am Stella and will be taking you through this course today. Terror attacks, armed robberies, natural disasters, food poisoning, Legionella outbreaks, data privacy breaches, lawsuits, market crashes, and pandemics. These are just a few examples of potential crises or unexpected and large-scale events that threaten the stability of your business. And if you think that your company is immune to a crisis, then think again. Crises strike companies of all sizes, industries, and track records. They can be difficult to predict, and they're sometimes impossible to prevent. So how can you minimize the potential damage of a crisis and prepare for the worst? You can practice effective crisis management, which you'll learn about next. Crisis management is the process of preventing, containing, and minimizing the negative impact of a business crisis. In other words, it's damage control, and it can be broken down into 3 stages. The first and most important stage of crisis management is prevention and preparation. Prevention and preparation take place before a crisis happens. Crisis planning helps you to systemize crisis management or make it routine. A routine saves time and reduces mistakes or missteps. Prevention involves analyzing your risks, identifying the types of crisis your company is most vulnerable to, and then taking steps to lower your risks. Preparation involves building and training a crisis team, developing a crisis response plan, and assigning roles in the event of a crisis. Prevention will reduce your chances of experiencing a crisis, and preparation will equip your team with the strategy, knowledge, and training they need to respond effectively when a crisis strikes. The second stage of crisis management is crisis response. This stage takes place during a crisis. It's how you coordinate efforts to respond to and contain the crisis. Responding to a crisis involves many steps. For example, you need to recognize that you're experiencing a crisis. Assess the scope of its impact. Take corrective action or steps to contain the crisis. And communicate with the public, your stakeholders, and employees. The response stage of crisis management is high pressure and high stakes. Time is urgent, resources may be scarce, and your actions may lose or save your business, or even lives. Again, that's why doing the legwork in Stage 1 is so important. By reducing the chaos, you improve your outcomes by having a crisis team, plan, and protocols prepared. Finally, the last stage of crisis management is recovery. This is the aftermath of a crisis. It takes place after the significant threats of a crisis have been avoided, minimized, or otherwise handled. Recovery focuses on rebuilding your business, reputation, and lost customers or profits. Another critical component of recovery is formally reviewing what you can learn from the crisis and implementing business changes to avoid similar situations in the future. Altogether, effective crisis management is comprised of 3 stages: prevention and preparation, response, and recovery. You need all 3 stages to take a comprehensive approach to reducing the damage pre-crisis, during a crisis, and post-crisis. While you may like to think that a crisis won't happen to you, overconfidence can leave your company vulnerable. Make the crisis management a priority and put together a crisis team to get started on crisis prevention and preparation. It may just save your business.